See, Abu Lahab, his father is whom? Who is his father? Abdul Muttalib. Al-Muttalib. I don't know how you're going to write it, but this is the way. Abdul Muttalib. Abdul Muttalib. His wife of Abu Lahab, مش Abdul Muttalib. His wife is Jamil. They call it Arwa. Jamil. Okay? And she is what? Okay. Sister of Abu Sufyan. And who is Abu Sufyan? Abu Sufyan is the father of Muawiyah. Okay? And he is then the grandfather of whom? Yazid. And this guy is the father of Yazid. La'anahullah. Okay, so we have here Abu Lahab. هلا بدناش نضيعكم شوية. I'm gonna erase this. Okay? I'm gonna erase this now. So Abu Lahab, his father is Abdul Muttalib. Who is Abdul Muttalib? Abdul Muttalib, he had several wives. Okay, as usual, Arabic people usually. When Islam came, it limits the marriage to 4. The Arab used to have more. It was a problem for them. Now we look at it as a problem in different perspective. Because the families used to be not as simple as nowadays. The wife is going to say, I'm not saying it's right or wrong now. Don't get me wrong. That's a different story. You are not allowed to destroy your marriage to get married to another lady. That's against the justice. And as a mu'min, you have to be just. Haram. You spend your time with your first wife, found with all this sacrifices from her, and after she got a little bit sick or tired or a little bit, older, you go get married another lady. Islam will tell you, hey, are you mu'min? Are you mu'min? What's wrong with you? This is the way. هل جزاء الإحسان إلا الإحسان? You have to be kind. She was kind with you. Be kind with her. Now, different story. So, one of the wives of the Abu Abdul Muttalib had whom? Abu Lahab. Other wife of Abdul Muttalib, she had the good apple. Whom? Abdullah is the father of the Prophet, and Abu Talib, the uncle of the Prophet. So Abu Lahab is the uncle of whom? Of Prophet Muhammad. مثل ما عندنا Abu Lahab, we have whom? From Abu Talib. We have Abdullah. We have whom else? Abu Talib. Okay? So we have family here. Why I'm insisting on this? Because to see sometimes even the closest people to you, they might be what? They might be, yes, the worst enemy. So back to here, I'm not going to go through names. Later on, if you need any names. Abu Lahab, he had several kids. They say he had Utbah, Utayba, Mu'tab, he has a daughter, his name is Durra, and just name it. So why we call him Abu Lahab? Why we don't call him Abu Utbah? Too many reasons, and every reason has its own narration. It's not our subject now, but one of them, they said his father called him what? Abu Lahab. He called him Abu Lahab.
Because he's bad.
No, Lahab because they say he found something good in his face, okay? Certain beauty. So the Arab, people usually they don't have that. So he called him Abu Lahab. Some people they say because maybe, I don't want to enter to that. So Abu Lahab, some people they say named by him, by whom? By his father Abdul Muttalib. Some people they say no, because he was bad, he was called Abu Lahab, and during the history, before Islam, they used to call him Abu Lahab according to historians or several historians. And people, they want to say, oh, Lahab, it is because he's going to Jahannam. To tell you, especially atheists, they take this excuse to tell you, look, Islam does not respect other people when they have different opinions. Ya Habibi, it's not different opinions anyway. The guy, he used to hate the Prophet and he used to plot against him. We'll discuss it in a bit. But the Quran does not have this reactive, style in a way to put people down. Does not put it. Okay? Allah بيقول وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. So even the Prophet, what about Allah? Or the Quran did not use a way to mock that guy or to put his name in a bad way. Okay? Is that clear? Questions? طيب. عشان بالقرآن بنقول ولا تنابزوا بالألقاب. يعني your name is Ali. Some people, they want to make fun of you. They call it عو. You say, no, I'm not عو, I'm Ali. This is in Islam haram. ولا تنابزوا بالألقاب. All of a sudden now it's used in Quran. What's wrong with you? So most likely that guy has been named what? Abu Lahab before. Okay? What's the story of Abu Lahab? Why we have this surah? Oh, that's here. We have so many, narrations about this guy. In a nutshell, when the Prophet was born, Abu Lahab had a servant. That servant had an important role, was what? Breastfeeding the Prophet Muhammad before Halima Sa'diyah. So Abu Lahab in the beginning used to take care of Prophet Muhammad. Especially in Arabic culture, a tribe is a big deal. Every member, it's a big deal. Especially among Quraysh. Quraysh usually do not fight each other. Different than nowadays the Arab, okay? Quraysh, and that's why when the Prophet came, they did not kill him right away. It took a while to start fighting him. Why? He's from Quraysh. Okay, it's not just because they are afraid of his Qabila Hashim, Banu Hashim. No, because this is the way Quraysh is. They tried to solve it, and we're going to see in a bit. So Abu Lahab, in the beginning, he was fine with this baby. Okay? Then he started showing what? The hate. When Abdul Muttalib was passing away, Abu Lahab said, oh, I will take care of him. Alaykum salam alaykum. I will take care of him. Abdul Muttalib said, no. said, listen to me. I am a messenger of God. So what did the Abu Lahab say? He said, Tabban lak. Is it Tabban? Some people, they relate it to Tabbat yada Abi Lahab. We'll discuss this. Tabban lak. Because of this, you gathered us? Because he hated the Prophet anyway. Another narrations, they say, he called them. They gathered. Once they gathered, they said, if I tell you someone is coming, blah, blah, you believe me? Yeah. He said, I'm telling you, I am a messenger of God. Do you believe me? What did he say? Tabban lak. Alihada jama'tana. Okay? Tabban lak, it is a prayer to tell him you are a loser. Okay? In that sense of narrations. In the Quran now, different story, we'll talk about it. So this is the story behind the surah. So the surah is saying, you who accused Muhammad is a loser, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, guess what? I'm telling you, and I'm predicting your future. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. You are going to be a loser. And then we'll discuss it in a bit. We have other events. Abu Lahab, he had Utayba and Utba, his two kids, were married to two daughters of the Prophet. Allah, some people, they say those are his daughter. Some people, they say no. They are the daughter of Khadija. Ruqayya, and the second one is what? Kulthum. You can see the name Ruqayya among Ahl al-Bayt a lot, this name. Okay? Nowadays, when we get a new baby, what you are going to call him? Yeah, let me Google it. Ya Habibi, أول شيء Google the Islamic names. Okay? Before you go call her Tan 22, okay? I don't know. Why? Oh, it's a unique name. Okay. No, this is not the way it goes. Go to your culture. When that person, that lady or that boy grows up, they will be proud of their name. Say he made dua, he prayed, so that person will be attacked by, let's say, a lion or a dog or whatever, a beast. And what happened? Later on, he was killed. But the other two kids, Utbah and Mu'tab, they became Muslim later on, and they fought with the Prophet. Okay? And this will give us something very important. Don't give up. If, let's say, you are trying to guide someone to the right path, you tell me, hey, he is not listening, he is stubborn, he is bad. Do not just bid on him. Bid on his friends. Bid on his kids. Bid on his future challenges. Yes.
So Utbah and Mu'taz later become Muslims?
Yes. Okay. As I remember, I said. Because, and they fought. Like in Hunayn, they fought. And, okay. So, don't give up. See, and that was it is well known among the Prophet, he always gave a chance in the society. And that's why he was always able to attract people. the kids after you. This is everywhere, okay? And that's why we have to be careful about what our kids. Back to the story here. البعث okay, big shot of Quraysh, not anyone. Big shot of Quraysh fighting a group, a new group, limited in number. They say they were 313. Limited in numbers. And that group was very famous, well known, brave, well equipped, and wanted to fight that smaller group. So, we have here 2 spots. We have here a spot, or you can grab chairs, whatever you feel comfortable. So Quraysh has lots of advantages over that small group. And everyone was expecting like few, let's say maximum hours, the whole religion will be what? Erased. No more Muhammad, no more his Sahaba, no more his followers. We are the strongest, we are the richest, we have the best, nowadays social media, we have the best poetry, we have. And everyone is going to know what Quraysh did. As I said, Quraysh did not fight the Prophet right away. It took a while, okay, or took about 15 years. Here, they say the Muslimin stood against al-Kafirin. I don't want to get into details. And the Prophet, they say, he said his famous dua, Allahumma in shi'ta an la tu'bad, la tu'bad. Allahumma in shi'ta an la, Allahumma in tahlik, in tuhlik هذه العصابة, group of people. هلا بنقول نحن عصابة باللبناني عصبة يعني. إن تهلك هذه العصابة لا تعبد وإن شئت أن لا تعبد لا تعبد. If you make us defeated and if we are vanished, then there is no more religion. And if you don't want if you want that to happen, then it will happen. It's your call. And they say the angels came in the army. Some people claim they were fighting, some other they said no. But it increased their numbers to a point Abu Sufyan, other mushrikeen, they were so afraid. They felt those people, they got multiplied. They were so scared. This is what Badr. Abu Lahab did not go to Badr. Why? They say one of the reasons he heard Prophet used to go to Hajj to meet the people because that was like a global meeting, Kaaba. Arab used to come there because this is built by whom? By Abraham. And if you were to be atheist, guess what? They have also what? Idols, statues. So it's a win-win situation to them. Yet you will be as a, as well, with well hospitalities and just name it. So it was nice, win-win situation, and get connected with big shot Arab people and build, bridges and social networks. It was something. You want us to believe in him? So they used to go away. Or liar or magician or whatever you want to call it. That's Abu Lahab. And they say more than that, his wife was أبو سفيان. هيدا العائلة الغريبة العجيبة. أبو سفيان ويا معاوية ويزيد بن معاوية. هلا معاوية بن يزيد بن معاوية, they say he was good. He left الخلافة. But he got, some of them they say he got assassinated. Allah, that's a different story. This is the story behind Surah Abu Lahab. Questions? Any questions? So now back to the story, back to the surah. The surah starts, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We said Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, a reminder. Some scholars, they say it is an ayah by itself. Some of them, they say it is portion of the first ayah. Some Sunni, they say, no, it is only Quran in Surah Al-Hamd. Some of them, they say, not even in Surah Al-Hamd, Sunni school of thought. Okay? They have different opinion. We went into so many details about this, so this is not our subject. For Shia, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, it is portion of every surah except Surah what? Bara'a or Surah Tawbah we call it. Or they call it Bara'a, Tawbah, Al-Fadiha. It has so many meanings. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. Okay, good. شو يعني تبت? In Arabic, التباب means الخسران. يعني big loss. Big loss. So we had two major, opinions here. Is tabbat, I'm saying, may God, what, can anyone tell me the translation of this? Yeah. Chapter 111. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have different translations. What is it? I'm sorry? Perish the two hands of Abu Lahab. Perish. So perish here, let's take it one by one. Perish the two hands of Abu Lahab. It is in the format of what? Of dua, or it's a story? It's in form of dua. Perish. So this is the first opinion. What do you have here?
Here, I think it's similar. May the hands of Abu Lahab
May the hand, this is also what? Dua. May the hand of Abu Lahab be ruined. Ruined means halak. Yeah, okay. You have other translation? Same? Any other translation? Hands of Abu Lahab be ruined or perished. It is saying the hands of Abu Lahab will be vanished. And please do not use the literal meaning because I don't care about his hand. It is in Arabic that may you lose, okay, what you have, because what you have, how you gain it? Through your work. And you look, the other opinion says, who told you? Who told you this is a cuss? Because some people, they look at it as cussing. He said, who told you? First, tabbat does not mean cussing. Means what? Your hands are, or your wealth, yourself, you lost it. Second opinion is saying it's a prediction, it's a prophecy. Abu Lahab, he would never be a Muslim. He will be in Jahannam. And guess what? It happened. And Abu Lahab never converted to Islam. Assuming it was in Mecca. Okay? The surah was delivered in Mecca. Tabbat yada Abi Lahab wa Gab. We'll go with the second opinion. The hands of Abu Lahab is what? Is ruined. But I don't care about your hand. This is bad translation. What Abu Lahab accomplished is ruined, vanished, perished. Tabbat yada Abi Lahab. That's what he accomplished, accumulated, done. Okay, did. What have been done, what he did. طيب, why then after that we say Tabbat yada Abi Lahab and then wa tab again? If you read it in English, what do they have? We have tabbat twice. Tabbat yada Abi Lahab wa tab. May he be, okay, ruined too. Because they say, according to some mufassirin, the first one is talking about what he accomplished, what he was doing, what he did, what he was plotting against Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And the second one, he lost himself. Sometimes you might lose your money, but you are safe. Sometimes you might lose your house, but you are safe. Sometimes you might lose your business, but you are safe. Islam here is saying, according to Mufassirin, no. You lost everything that you own, and guess what? You lost yourself because you are going to be punished in Jahannam. Yani in this life, you lose. A strong statement. I trust this person. He's talking from confidence. Is that clear? So this is تبت يد أبي لهب وتب. And what's the proof? ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. يعني everything he was I'm telling you haram. No, no. Interest rate now is different than, Allah. Okay, it's his benefits. It's cheating, Sheikh, haram in the, in the exam. Come on, it's just sharing information. Ya Habibi, this is cheating. What do you mean sharing information? It's against the policy and regulations of your, go to the bar. I just want to teach them about Islam. يعني هلا معش no other place to teach them about Islam. Or before he got his vodka, Bismillah. Oh, wow, interesting. Interesting. So we have here some issues. All that likes you are getting on your social media on haram post, all this يوم القيامة is not going to help you. ما أغنى عنه. According to the famous opinion, ما أغنى here نافية. Okay? يعني it's not going to help you out. Imagine now a person is praying for 40 years or doing something haram for 40 years and he is assuming it is what? It is right, and in reality, it's full of riya. Full of riya. They say there was a sheikh giving lessons, okay, like this, for 30 years. And he prepares so much for his lessons, he used to take care of every tiny details. He spent so much time preparing for his lessons or sessions. So one day, and he usually have good, number of people attending, scholars and regular people. One day, the other sheikh, a new one, came to the village. Good? And the majority of people that they used to attend his sessions left him and went to the new young sheikh for so many weeks. So he got mad. He said, what's happening? What's happening? So he checked on people. They told him, oh, he's going to the other session. And he felt so bad. He stopped preparing. He did not even come to his class or sessions. Then during Salat al-Subh, he paid attention that, oh my goodness, maybe I have been doing all the efforts for the sake to be popular. If it were to be for the sake of Allah, I would not care about what numbers or being public or being famous. I would do my job. whoever wants to come, more than welcome. Whoever wants to be guided, more than welcome. But I'm not here to be, well, oh, the famous public figure. Sometimes we have to be careful, brothers and sisters. Sometimes we might be helping poor people, needy one back home. But maybe our intention is what? So people, they can say, mashallah, he's a nice guy. When you go home, mashallah, I give him 5 stars. Okay? Or to be is listening. He was going super fast, salah. Allahu Akbar, Bismillah ar-Rahman, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. Okay, very fast. There's a football game, football game he wants to watch. Alhamdulillah, he does not have the TV in the mosque, okay? Nowadays, on the phone. So he heard someone attending the musalla, the mosque. Right away, he switched the speed, gear, lower the gears, okay? Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Oh, people, they say, mashallah, look how khushu', a nice voice. You can tell the khushu' from his voice. Okay, so akhuna honi, he got, mashallah, yani shu, yeah, exactly. Overconfident, okay? So he went to ruku', subhana rabbi, look at his perfect ruku', he does not do it very fast, and he said, I'm fasting too. Because he could not tell them I'm fasting. How is he going to tell you I'm fasting? So he had to tell them, I can't cheat in the voice. How am I going to, attract your attention? Okay, so we don't want to be like this. Same thing when it comes to raising our kids. Don't ever say, oh, you know what? My kids ruined my life. Look at my friend. Now she is a CEO. I got stuck raising my kids. What a job. How long you are going to live? 80 years? Then that CEO is going to be with you in Jannah? Or when you raise good kids, that means if you have 4 good families. Is better than your CEO. Is it about money? Yeah, you can tell me I want to have both. If you can, perfect. But guess what? Usually, we are not good in multitasking. Focus. Okay, priority is human. It is so good sometimes you have a tree after 10 years, it grows, and you eat from it. You are proud of it. It's a tree. Oh, I planted this. Habibi, it's a tree. What about your kid? Your kid. He's doing something in the society. You took your chance. Now, you have to give the chance for your kids. Don't be selfish. You get enough time. How come you did not? Halla bas yani was now your kids are when your kids now they are in need of your attention. You say, no, I have to fulfill my dreams. Freeze it now, please. Let them graduate it or be mature enough. Then let's talk about your dreams. Okay? Abu Lahab was one of those people who cares about what? Reputation, being famous. He's one of the big shot of Quraysh. He did not like someone like Muhammad who is poor, orphan, telling him you are wrong and we do not worship your superstitious ideas. We worship God, the Lord, God of Abraham, of Moses, of Ishmael, of Ishaq, Yaqub. Okay? So he did not like it. To him now, he's better than his family. Yet they used to be relatives. Abdul Muttalib is what? The grandfather of whom? Of Prophet Muhammad. Abu Talib was the opposite. Hala, we'll come to it if we get a chance. So تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. And here's the adwa, they say. No. So they said they let him, you know, his kids, they let him in his house for a couple days. People used to smell his what? Dead body. And then when people said, hey guys, that's your dad, what's going on? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even his death was a big deal. So they took him and they did not wash him. They used to wash the dead person, people. And they threw him close to a wall, and from remotely, they pour water on him, and they start stoning him so they can cover him by stones, according to that narration. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه مال ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. So where are your money, wealth, kids? Kasab is not just money, also your kids. Imagine, okay, you lose your money, you lose your kids, and you lose yourself. خسر الدنيا والآخرة. Okay, here, this is male problem. We have female problem to balance the situation. Okay, we are in America, equality. We have another problem in that family. وامرأته, امرأته means here what? يعني زوجته, صاحبته, that means his wife, اللي هي جميل. Some people they say, I think her name is Arwa, which is a nice name nowadays, we consider it. Jamil, they say, she hated the Prophet. Why that hate? This is a good question. Why these people hate the Prophet? They know he's a prophet. They know he's honest. They know he is a Sadiq al-Amin. Why did they hate him? This is very important, brothers and sisters. Sometimes arrogance, subjectivity, carelessness put us in the wrong spot. I'm smart. Once you say, I know everything, you see it, especially with young kids, especially 15 years old and up, whether female or male. Oh, I know everything. You tell him, you're a mom, or you're a dad. You tell him, hey, or her, hey, this is wrong. Is the uncle of the Prophet. So his wife know that Muhammad is honest. And he's not lying. He's not asking for money. Why are you putting him down? One of the reasons why. How come he's a prophet, not my husband? Jealous. That jealous created a problem in that story of Adam and Eve, which I consider most of it symbolic. Shaitan, he said symbolically, he said, oh, I'm better than Adam. Adam is from what? From dust. I was born from fire. Oh, fire is better than dust. Ya Habibi, who told you? No, مش Habibi. In a sarcastic way. He's not Habibi at all. Who told you? Okay, who told you? Arrogance, jealous. Jealousy is a killer. So here, how come Abu Talib and his offspring, the offspring and more famous. The prophet that has miracles, and everyone is listening to the words of the Quran, memorizing it, eager to know about Muhammad. They come as tribes and members of tribes to listen to Muhammad. Who are you? What do you believe in? Or they're going to listen to Abu Lahab? For sure they're going to listen to Abu Lahab, the prophet. That's second. Third, he was worried about his business. Because if people do not believe in asnam, idols anymore, what's going to happen to their business? The Sahaba, not the Sahaba, the people, they used to come to Kaaba and offer their money, their cattle, to whom? To which? To idols. That's like vows. And who takes them? The idols? Oh, thank you. It's like another taxation system. Okay? So indirectly, with little bit of differences. Taxation in certain countries, يعني مش everywhere. Abu Lahab, because of this, he even heard the Prophet more. Quraysh, when they felt the Prophet is a threat to their superstitious ideas, what they decided, as I said, Quraysh prevented what? Usually, they do not get involved in killing their members. Quraysh. هلا هول, we question whether they are Arab or not. Holy Arab, we call them most likely nowadays. Quraysh, they said, no. We are one tribe. We have always to stay what? Strong as Arab. Not like other Arab. Okay? No. We have to stick together. But Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam was exponentially becoming what? Effective person in Arabia. Everyone is knowing about him. What should we do? They said, hey, he's crazy. One of their big shot people, he said, no, he's not crazy. Look at the Quran, man. If you listen to the Quran, you will be attracted by it. He said, okay, we call them, he is a liar. He said, everybody knows in Arabia that he is a Sadiq al-Amin. He's a very honest person. He said, okay, what should we say? He said, he's a priest. And the priest usually foretell people about things, based on what they read from Old Testament, New Testament. He said, everyone, he's not a priest. He's sometimes having ideas different than what they believe in. He said, okay, what should we call? We should create certain bad marketing to put him, where they have to have bad propaganda. What's the best way to put it together? He looked at it and he said, you know what? We call him magician. And they used to tell people what? Oh, he's Saharakum Muhammad. Because the Arab people, once they hear the Quran, they feel the beauty, the eloquence, and the deep meaning of the Quran. They said, we never heard this before. Oh, this is a miracle. So in order to create problems, because it's Allah, you believe it's what? It is right. In Arabic, to make you a little bit, out of the serious talk, in Arabic we have Juha. You hear about Juha? Juha, it's well-known, figure in Arabic heritage. And they usually use him to make people laugh, but there is always a wisdom behind his stories. He start lying, and he's telling people, there is a wedding in the city. No one invited him to that wedding, so he got mad, okay? Because he wants to eat. So he said, you know what? There is wedding in that system, and there is wedding there, and they are giving out what? A piece of gold. Go, hurry up. So he wants to ruin the wedding. So everyone start what? Rushing to the wedding. When he saw people rushing to the wedding, he said, maybe they are giving gold. Let me go and check. So he believed even his lie. Okay. So anyway, that's a stronger propaganda. Now, sometimes we see it in Twitter, which we call it X, Facebook. You see so many, information, so many repetitive ads to a point you believe it. Okay, so I saw it, and guess what? It is, a script. Someone is writing it and spreading it. Now, Abu Lahab, Quraysh, they want to get rid of Muhammad. Magician did not work. People start believing in him more and more. Solution, they said, we have to boycott Muhammad. We have everyone that buys from Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, or the Muslimin, or get something from them, sell them, he would be punished. So all Arabic people boycotted. There to protect the Muslimin, and they suffered. Some of the narrations, they say the Prophet was starving to a point he had to put a stone on his stomach to tell his stomach, stop, I don't want to hear the noise anymore of the hunger. Few people used to make it to give them food. One of them, Ali ibn Abi Talib, one of them, as I remember, maybe relative of Sayyidah Khadija, for 3 years. هلا انتو اوقات بتشوفوا problems in certain countries, you say, where's God? My habibi holy, it has been suffering. It's a normal way to suffer in order to get promoted. You cannot get promoted if you do not prove that you can pass certain exams or tasks. You have to be strong, because what's waiting for you is way more complicated and harder and more accountability and responsibility than what you have now. And this will prove who is good and who is bad, who is sincere and who is not, who is serious and who is not, who is faithful and is not. So it's very important. Sometimes to clean up a system is important, because a bad apple might ruin the whole, exactly, box of apples, at least. I mean, use Microsoft if you don't like Apple. But anyway, so here we go back to the story. So 3 years, starving, problems. Abu Jahl was one of the biggest enemies of the Prophet Muhammad. Biggest enemy. One of the biggest, well known. He hated the Prophet so much. But anyway, Abu Jahl was bragging about it. And a person said, this guy, he is happy about what's happening to our members of the tribe. We are not going to allow this anymore. That's enough. We have to get rid of that boycotting. They say, when Abu Lahab and Quraysh decided to boycott the Prophet, they documented this on a paper. Nowadays we call it paper. On, a piece of whatever, maybe leather. And Abu Lahab, signed it in our terminology. He agreed. Abu Lahab, his uncle, he wants Muhammad to starve. So they say the Prophet told Abu Talib, he said, tell Quraysh that document that they have, an insect came and ate everything except two words, Bismika Allahum, in the name of God. So if my relative Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is right, please get rid of that boycotting. So those two events happened, they say. I'm not saying right, wrong, but this is history. They went to Kaaba, and the document was in Kaaba, because something very important. They opened the Kaaba, they found that document is gone, except Bismikal lahum, and they let him go. This is Abu Lahab. His wife was not better. His wife, they say, حمالة الحطب. وامرأته حمالة الحطب. Some people they say حمالة, some people they say حمالة because حالية. Okay? يعني نحن بنقول جالسين حال. يعني how are we, in which position we are sitting. حال. حالية منصوب. وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها. This is a جيد. Okay? حبل من مسد. Selling pooky, plants or wood. Okay? No, she was doing that on purpose to hurt directly the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You tell me, how come she did not have her servant do that? Because she is so, bad person. By herself. Another mufassirin, they said, so when they put them on his door or when he is walking out, the Prophet will get hurt. So other mufassirin, they said, no, this has nothing to do with this life. It has to do with hereafter. Hereafter, this is mocking her position in Jahannam. The third opinion, they said, has nothing to do with this or that. It is more about ghiba and namima. Because in Arabic, when you go into namima, gossiping, it's like you are adding wood places where people can hear metaphorically. So it is what? Social media, bad social media person. So this guy was the physical danger, and this lady was the propaganda of that person. مثلا بقصة موسى لعل آتيكم منها بقبس لعلكم تصطلون. يعني his wife was pregnant, was cold weather they say, and they were moving and they needed something to feel warm. Okay? So he saw fire on the mountain. He said, hey, stay here. I'm going to go see what's happening there. Maybe they can help us. Okay? So they say he went to the mountain, assuming it's a regular fire. And then a call called him. Allah created the voice. Allah does not have voice. He's not a human. Allah created the voice and he said, Ya Musa, اخلع عليك إنك بالوادي المقدس. يا موسى إني أنا الله فاخلع عليك. يا موسى إني أنا الله فاخلع عليك إنك بالوادي المقدس. And that's why we have hadith from Imam said, be hopeful more to the hopeless things more than what those you are hoping for. Yani, you hope you are going to go, do this. Why? Because you did efforts. Yeah, Musa was hoping to get fire. Guess what? He was sent as a messenger. Do not limit your hope. Maybe the hopeless cases is the case that might be your solution, your salvation. Abu Lahab was bad. His other kids converted to Islam. I'll just name it. يخرج الحي من الميت, according to some historian. So what's yasla? Yasla is when you bring, let's say, nowadays, let's say a plastic. Okay, a plastic thing. You put it close to the wire, to the fire. So you can reshape it without burning it. Yasla in Arabic, when you put your staff close to the fire, so you can reshape it or, fix it as you want. And from it, we have a salah. You have your body, but from inside, you are reshaping it. You are reshaping your spiritual level. You are reshaping your iman. You are reshaping your faith. You are becoming a better person. The shape outside is still there, it's not broken. But what's changing? Your spirit, your heart. Okay, and that's why we call it salah. Okay, that's why we call it what? Salah, because it's about khushu'. It's something inside, not outside. Clear? By that, we finish Surah what? Al-Masad, Tabbat Yada Abi Lahabin wa Tab. Any questions about the surah? Sayasla. He might be inside of it. But at the same token, Jahannam, do you have to be inside of Jahannam to get hurt? I don't want to be even close. So yeah, some people, they say from this we have a salah. That means we are getting closer. Okay? Salah, getting closer. But you are not replacing the other. Okay? So yeah, you're getting closer to a point. Yeah, you're very close to the...
So in this translation, it says in the life to come.
What?
For Sayaswa.
Yeah, I mean, it's about Jahannam here. This is hereafter.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but here is different story. That's why we say Islam was firm that Abu Lahab will never be a Muslim.
So like you said,
Will never believe. وامرأته حمالة الحطب.
سيصلى نار ذات لهب انه غرق في السر اللي قالت لنا اياه انه هو على جهنم وهيك.
نحن we are talking about the root meaning, the meaning of the root of the word.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the meaning of the ayah. Where this salah comes from.
Yeah.
How we are going to take it, how we are going to tweak the meaning of it to fit the siyaq, that's a different story. Okay? Yes?
I thought it means he's gonna receive the Islam.
No. Why? Yasla does not mean receive. Okay? The result is, but no, not. I'm talking about the root meaning.
You said the last two verses, they're not metaphorical, like they're not afterlife.
The last one, حمالة الحطب في جيدها حمل من مسد. Some of the scholars, they say this is about either gossiping. Some of them, they say, no, physically she used to do that to her, the Prophet. Some of them, they say this is in Jahannam. Okay. Depicting her image in Jahannam.
She do.
So it could be either one.
Yeah. Could be, yeah.
She's holy.
So we stop it here, and the rest of the time we'll keep it for questions and answers. Any questions and answers. Does not have to be related to surah. But first, do we have questions about this surah?
so like you said, she's like the propaganda, which is like what's going on right now, pretty much. Come here.
Yeah. Yeah. If I go with the idea, it is metaphoric, which could be. I feel you have a question.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Others, you have any questions?
So, Pakistan, they were under siege.
Yes. Some of them, they used to eat from the leaves of the trees. And some of them, they used to let them get some food, but hidden ways, like smuggling.
And you think about
And this is their people. And history repeats itself. We can turn this off. Yeah, thanks. Yes.
I have a question.
So don't be shocked nowadays. It happened before. Yes.
I have a question. I was reading a book, and if you can read this.
You want me to read the book?
No.
Oh.